Hey guys, what's going on? I know it's been a really long time since I've done one of these. I'm really proud to finally be bringing you episode 10 of the... Everything that I'm going to be showing you has kind of its own story, so I don't want to waste too much time here, and we'll just go ahead and dive right in. And I figured we'll kind of start, at least chronologically here to begin with. So first up, we've got a batch of NES games. Now this stack I've got here actually is smaller than it used to be. I picked these up at a yard sale. Gosh, it's been probably 2 months ago now. But there were more than just this in this stack. I paid 20 bucks, and I think there were 5 or 6 other games which I wound up trading in at a game store so I could get something else I'm going to show you in this pickups video. But nevertheless, these were ones that I actually kind of wanted to keep for my own collection. I didn't have any of them. So first up, we've got Xevious the Avenger. This came with a black sleeve. Second is Sky Kid, also with an official Nintendo sleeve. Everybody's favorite, and this is kind of a running joke here in the St. Louis Retro Gamers group. Silent Service. I don't know how I didn't have this before. I see it all the time, but I just never wanted to buy it in a store. Really didn't have any interest in it previously, and knew that I had to have my own copy, so got that. And fortunately, this also had its manual with it. From there, we've got Platoon, another pretty common NES game. Hogan's Alley, one of the early black box games, and a light gun series title. Airwolf, based on the hit TV series. I really tried hard to get this magic marker off. Good old Smith with this phone number on here just refused to come off. I was able to get most of this residue off here, and I just gave up after a while. I'd already cleaned all the other games, and this was kind of like my last one, and it was just a pain in the goose to mess with. And the last from that yard sale batch is an unlicensed title, Master Chew and the Drunkard Who. This was actually pretty cool too because it came with a Color Dreams sleeve, which is kind of neat, as well as the manual for this. And the final NES title that I've added to my collection is the one I'm definitely by far proudest to add. And I can't take credit for this. My brother actually found this at a thrift shop in Indiana. The seller was selling it for 15 bucks, and my brother picked up Mega Man 2 for me. So I'm really glad to have this one. It's a lot of fun. Now that we're done with the NES titles, we'll go ahead and launch right into the Super Nintendo games that I got. There were only 4, and 2 of them were actually acquired by my girlfriend. She got herself The Adventures of Dr. Franken, as well as Tiny Toon Adventures Buster Bus Loose. The 2 that I got for myself, and I actually did acquire these using some trade-in credit from those aforementioned NES games, so I got these at a significantly reduced price. I picked up Super Bomberman 2, really happy to add this one. The label is in great shape, and the card itself is extremely clean. And the almighty Final Fantasy 2, very happy to find a nice clean copy of this too to add to the collection. Keeping on with the chronological order for Nintendo here at least, we've got some N64 stuff. Box and cartridge for Aero Fighters Assault. I'd never even heard of this game, to be honest, until I found it for, I think it was $7, again at Vintage Stock. It's got a Blockbuster sticker there. Once again missing the manual, but box and cartridge. Cruisin' World. I loved these games. I remember playing these in arcades back at the movie theater and different little spots in my hometown. These were a lot of fun. I also added a couple of nice quality cartridge-only games, and that's Quest 64. I'd always been curious about this game and kind of wanted to play it. It looked like it'd be a fun title, fun RPG to play, but from what I've read, it's a little bit of a letdown. Nevertheless, I'm going to devote some time to it. I have popped it in and just kind of ran around a little while to test it out. Wasn't overly impressed, admittedly, but I do want to spend some more time with it to give it a shot. And another title that a lot of people consider a must for the N64. Some people even consider this their favorite RPG, one of them. Definitely up there in some of their favorite Mario games. We've got Paper Mario. I'd never played this one before. I've always kind of wanted to, and I really enjoyed the one on Wii. I also have Thousand Year Door on GameCube, but haven't spent enough time with that one to really evaluate it fairly. So I think I'll start here and go back through that series and give it a fair shot. Figured we'll keep on plowing ahead with the Nintendo stuff real fast. I couldn't resist adding this because I love this game and really wanted to be able to play it on my Game Boy Advance or on my Nintendo DS Lite, and that's Super Mario Advance 4, Super Mario Bros. 3. And probably one of the most modern games I added, if not the most modern one since it just came out earlier this year, I finally added Pokemon Alpha Sapphire for the 3DS. really eager to jump into this. I played through and completed Pokemon Y earlier this year and loved it. Wanted to get a couple more quickies out of the way. Just a random $4 game I picked up here in St. Louis. That's Tasmania on the Sega Genesis. It's missing the instruction manual, but otherwise the cart is in pretty decent shape. And at a really awesome game store here in St. Louis too that you can actually find some videos of on YouTube. I'll link one or two of those below so you can check this place out. It's called Trade-In Games, and the owner is an avid collector himself. He has an incredible collection. I think he's got a Dreamcast kiosk, if I'm not mistaken, that is extremely rare and in great condition. He had to restore it. And he does sell stuff online, so you might consider ordering from his online store too. But I finally added South Park and the Stick of Truth, because I've heard nothing but good things about this game. So really happy to check this one out. And Batman Arkham Origins, which I also got there. If I'm not mistaken, I think I picked these two PS3 games up at the same time as that copy of the Game Boy Advance Super Mario Bros. 3. I think there was a buy two get one free sale going on, maybe over Labor Day. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Now let's take a look at some amiibo.
First up, I got the Retro 3-pack with Duck Hunt, Rob, and Mr. Game & Watch. I also added Zero Suit Samus and Ganondorf. Got these guys at Target. Ganondorf was the last one there on the peg hooks, so I made sure to grab him. And there were actually a pretty decent amount of Zero Suit Samus available, and I was really happy to see that she was at her normal price there of $12.99, I think. Yeah, I think that's right. Because I had seen her at another vintage stock, not the one I bought that other stuff from, but one out in Chesterfield, Missouri, for $20 after she was first released. And they had plenty of them. You could get her cheaper online. For some reason, they had jacked the price up like $7 or $8. And yeah, I waited. And the other two here, and the final amiibo that I added for this time around, both came from Best Buy after the recent restocking of some of the most rare and highly sought after unicorn amiibo, as they're often called. Yeah. And the first one is Dark Pit, and second is one of the three of the original, as they were again called, Holy Trinity of the first round of amiibo. Got Marth, and I was really happy to have him because he was honestly kind of the main one besides I think Samus from that first wave of amiibo that I really wanted. And I still would like Lucina. I missed out on her unfortunately, so really would like to add her, but happy to have him finally. We'll go through this next section pretty quickly now that we're done with amiibo and other toys, because this group here all came from the same thrift store. They came from a Savers in St. Louis, and I think for each game I paid $2 or $3 depending on the platform that they came from. So this PS2 copy of Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty was I think $3, but it's complete and in great condition. Indiana Jones and the Staff of Kings on Wii, also complete. Player's Choice copy of The Simpsons Hit and Run, Disney's The Incredibles, Madden 2003, Madden 2007, NCAA Football 2005, and Army Men Air Combat The Elite Missions. The final GameCube title I saved for last because it actually completes a set on that platform for me, and that is Resident Evil Code Veronica X. So at this point I now have all of the major entries of Resident Evil on the GameCube. I think there were one or two limited edition versions of Resident Evil 4 or the Resident Evil Remake and 4 bundled together, something like that, something kind of weird. But yeah, as far as the main entries go, I've got Resident Evil 0, the Remake, Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, and now Code Veronica X. Yeah. And the very final thing that I added was very recent, and it actually came from a thrift store that I'd never been into. I was on my lunch break from work and decided to stop into this antique mall. And what did I find but a complete in box, very good condition, PlayStation 2 system. It's got, I think, some of the original paperwork. I don't know if it has all of it. It's only got, some bumps and stickers on it, but it's otherwise not too bad. And 2 controllers. And along with it, I grabbed 3 games for I think $2 a piece. The first one being Chicken Little Ace in Action, Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup, and a greatest hits copy of ATV Off-Road Fury 3, which is sealed. It's still got the PlayStation shiny sticker on there. I'm not exactly a hankering to play this and go completely off-road in a furious way, but I may open it up at some point and try it out, but I'll probably just leave it sealed. Well guys, that pretty well does it for me. Chances are good the next one of these that I'll do will be around Christmas time, I would bet. I'm sure I'll have a few other odds and ends that I'll have acquired since this time, but yeah, Christmas I'm sure will be the next big one, I would say. So thanks so much for watching all these this year. If you've been sticking around and checking these out, if you're new here and you'd like to see some of my older episodes, I'll link the playlist below so you can check out the first 9 episodes from when I even started this channel in the spring of 2014. But most of all, guys, thanks so much for stopping by and checking this out. And if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe. Thanks for hanging out at Cross Shop today, and play heavy. Yeah.